Okay, welcome back. The market's up 53 points, so things are looking pretty steady. The Bombay High Court has dismissed Yes Bank's petition against Zee Entertainment and its promoters. My colleague Yash has been tracking this from the courts. He's joining us with the details. Yash.
Well, absolutely. It comes as a positive news for Zee Entertainment. What essentially has happened is Bombay High Court has dismissed Yes Bank's petition against Zee Entertainment and the promoters of Zee Entertainment. Now, just to give you a little bit of context in terms of observation from Bombay High Court, the court has said that Yes Bank's petition has no merit and hence should be dismissed, and it stands dismissed. Now, just to give a little bit of context, Yes Bank had moved Bombay High Court to prevent promoters of Zee Entertainment from selling their pledged shares against which they had taken loans from various banks. Yes Bank wanted to take possession of these pledged shares of Zee promoters and invoke the personal guarantee clause. Against this very prayer from Yes Bank, Zee's contention was that for the loans which were taken by them, there was a letter of comfort which was given, which is in no consideration a personal guarantee. The court seems to have gone with that particular argument from Zee Entertainment and dismissed the petition from Yes Bank.
Okay, Yash, thanks a lot for joining us and giving us all those details. Moving on, sugar FRP or fair and remunerative price has been hiked by 10 rupees per quintal. Manisha Gupta joins in with more details. Hi, Manisha.
Thank you for that. Well, yes, we have seen the FRP hike come in, and it is in line with what the CCEA or the Niti Aayog had proposed, a 10 rupees per quintal of an increase. Remember, the last time the government hiked sugar FRP was in 2018. The last couple of years, we have seen the sugar output actually in surplus, and there was no reason really to increase an FRP when you had a lot of sugar already lying in. So right now, because we are looking at the next season being slightly lesser than in sense of sugar production, is the reason this move has come in. So what it means is that the basic recovery rate of 10% is what 285 will be given out on, and then a premium of 0.1% on every recovery rate that we will be looking at. The other thing is that the sugar mills or the sugar stocks will not look at this very kindly, because on one side the FRP has been increased. On the other side, it already is at around 20,000 crores of dues that are slated from the mills to be paid to the farmers for cane already. And then on the agenda also was sugar MSP to be increased to 33 rupees per kg. A 2 rupee hike is what had been proposed by the Agriculture Ministry, which was dropped from the agenda. So on one side, you have increase in cost for the sugar mills, but on the other side, the sugar MSP has not been hiked. And you, in any case, have a huge payout that is standing onto the books of many of these sugar mills. So clearly, it doesn't come in as very positive for that sector.
All right, Manisha, thanks very much for that. So that is what's happening as far as sugar goes. Fortis Healthcare is in focus ahead of the Supreme Court's hearing on the IHH open offer on the 21st of August. That is only day after tomorrow now. My colleague Nimish is here. I mean, this has been a matter which has dragged on for so many months now, and possibly we get some sort of closure here when the court hears the matter. But tell us the background, why this is important, Nimish.
Hi Prashant. So it's not even months, it's been years now. So the open offer was initially announced in December 2018. So it's been tracked for almost 2 years now. So just to give background now, the Supreme Court is going to hear the case again on August 21st with regards to the IHH open offer. Now IHH owns 31.7% stake in Fortis, and the open offer was announced way back in December 2018 at 170 rupees per share. Since then, it's getting dragged because Daiichi Sankyo has raised question marks on IHH takeover and the consequent open offer as well. So that's the broad background which has been there, and as I said earlier, it's been dragged on for good 1.5 to 2 years now. But if you look at even if you look at the Q1 numbers and the commentary and brokerages report post Q1, most of the brokerages seems to be bullish on the stock. JP Morgan has a buy, has an overweight with a target price of 170. Even they have written in the note that the open offer will be a trigger to watch out. But they were very surprised with the kind of cost controls that the company has done in Q1, both in diagnostics as well as in the hospital business. Similarly, even Goldman Sachs has a buy rating with a target price of 158. They feel that it's a good turnaround story to track. And yes, open offer will be a trigger to watch out. But they are also very bullish on the diagnostic business, which is going to ramp up in the near future. So brokerages are bullish. I think the biggest event to track for Fortis would be the open offer from IHH, which is at 170 and which has been dragged for almost 2 years now.
Okay, we just need to see if this now finally sees the light of day after the court rules. Nimish, thanks very much for sort of getting us up to speed on what lies ahead of the curve, as it is called. Well, from all of us here, that's also a wrap on this edition of Midcap Radar. Thanks so much for staying with us. There is more which is coming up on the other side of this break.